Notoriously low rates of school attendance in remote schools in the Northern Territory have long perplexed governments in Darwin and Canberra. But one community in Central Australia is achieving remarkable attendance rates because of a good working relationship between the school and the wider community. Good teachers, along with new classrooms and equipment, have also helped lift the numbers. That improved performance has brought its own rewards. A group from the school has spent the past week in Sydney, enjoying the harbour city's tourist attractions. Murray McLaughlin reports.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, the start of another school day at the Aboriginal community of Hermannsburg, 130 kilometres west of Alice Springs.
Morning, Rhonda.
Morning.
The name Hermannsburg reflects the beginnings of this community as the Lutheran mission back in 1877.
Are you two going to Sydney? No, you haven't been at school enough. Been naughty.
The local people in their language call the place Intaria, and since early 2008, Daryl Fowler has been principal at the Intaria School. Under his tenure, the school roll and attendance have swelled remarkably.
Morning.
We've been pretty pleased with the way the attendance has gone throughout the 3 years that myself and my wife have been here, and we've been lucky to pull together a really good team of teachers, and that's been, I think, probably one of the main reasons why we've managed to build up the numbers.
Because I think it's a very good thing if you go to school every day.
In mid-2007, when the federal government imposed its intervention into Northern Territory Aboriginal communities, Prime Minister John Howard visited Intaria School. The roll was then around 100, and attendance was languishing around 50%.
Good to see so many people turn up first up this morning. Well done to those people.
3 years on, the roll's risen to more than 160. And more importantly, attendance is more than 80%, an outstanding statistic among remote territory schools.
What do you say?
A lot of the progress has been attributable to particularly the ladies in Hermannsburg. A lot of the senior women, the mums and the grandmothers, have been quite committed to getting their children to school.
The improved attendance has brought reward in the form of a trip to Sydney for the past week for more than 40 of the pupils of Intaria School. It's been sponsored by an organisation called Arm Tour, which organises visits of top athletes to remote communities across the Northern Territory to promote good health, sport and school attendance.
To have the opportunity to have the kids come to where we live and get them to see the water and the bridge, and it's a really special feeling.
Olympic swimmer Libby Trickett has been several times to Hermannsburg to promote the Arm Tour program. The first time, she concedes, was a culture shock.
It's almost going back in time, there's not everything that there is here. For them, this is all completely new, and so it's really wonderful for me, having not been in Sydney all that long, getting to see Sydney through a different set of eyes and new perspective, and it's a nice feeling to be able to share that with them.
It is a macropod, it's a wallet.
Sydney's weather today was cold, wet and windy for the Intaria school visit to Taronga Zoo. A chance for the pupils to get up close to animals which run wild in their backyards back home. And for school staff, it was a respite from their need constantly to cajole parents to get their children to school, under threat that non-attendance will bring about a closure of the community's 2 stores.
When not enough kids come to school, we have to close the shops. Yeah, the shops, we close them because parents have to bring their child to school. And we do that all the time when it's lower attendance.
Monitoring and maintaining school attendance is a community-wide effort at Hermannsburg. For example, even the local football team is grounded if numbers fall off.
Hi, on touch.
We loan the school bus to the football team to travel to football matches, and that's conditional upon attendance being at a particular level during that week. The local sport and rec officers run a disco on a Friday night, but that only goes ahead if school attendance has been appropriate.
Daryl Fowler came to Hermannsburg from Tasmania, and he's since recruited most of the teachers at Intaria School from his home state. Their performances helped lift attendance, but so too has the delivery of new classrooms and high-tech equipment, which has been heaped on the school in recent years by both federal and territory governments.
Yes, AFL as well.
These children have come because they want to be here. You know, they enjoy the relationship they have with their teachers. The teachers are passionate about what they do, and obviously they do like to come along and utilise the new technology, and they like to be in a new environment, i.e. the new classrooms, you know, all of which has gone together to improve, the educational outcomes for our students. Yeah, we're pretty excited about it, really.
But for the past week, all the excitement's been in Sydney.
For these kids, it's seeing the water, it's seeing the Harbour Bridge, it's seeing a totally new culture for them. You know, they're only used to the desert and the bush. They're just taking everything, you know, the simplest detail that we often miss, they're just absorbing it all. So it's fantastic.
A report from Murray McLaughlin, and that's the program for tonight.